All right, I'm going to share with you the story of how I got one of my paintings to one of my favorite NBA players, Desmond Bane of the Memphis Grizzlies, with less than 500 followers and no social credibility. Hey, I'm Johan. I'm a visual artist from Canada. Telling stories and evoking emotions is what I love to do. Art is just my weapon of choice. All right, so Desmond is one of my favorite NBA players, and I really want to get him a painting, but I didn't know how. So I'm like, let's do the easiest thing that I know is just go on his social media, message him on there. See, I'm like, hey, I'm Johan. I'm an artist from Canada. I really love to get you a painting, but there was no response. And so I wait a few days. And then again, I'm like, hey, Desmond, love to get you a painting. Let me know what you like. I can make pretty much anything for you. And again, no response. I'm like, okay, he's an NBA player. He's probably busy, got things going on. So I'm like, I got to figure out a different approach. So I went on his social media, kind of scrolled a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, there's people tagged on his social media. I'm like, maybe if I reach out to one of them. And I seen like this dude. I'm like, no. I seen like this older woman. I'm like, no. Seen this young teen. I'm like, no. But then I'm like, oh, okay. I see this girl. I'm like, who's this? And I'm like, oh, it's his wife. Well, at the time, his fiance. And her name is Tate. By the way, she's awesome. So I messaged her. I'm like, hey, I'm Johan. I'm a Canadian artist. I do canvas arts. I'd love to get Desmond a painting. Would he be interested in something like that? And from the jump, she was like, hell yeah, he would be interested. He just got a man cave going on. He just built it or renovated it. And the walls are empty. He'd love to get something on there. So I'm like, perfect. This is amazing. And so I'm like, okay, what is he like? And she's like, he loves superheroes. He loves Black Panther, Batman. I'm like, I got you. This is in my wheelhouse. I love superheroes too. I love anime and all that stuff. So I come up with some concept ideas. I gave her like 4 ideas and she showed them to him and he picked this one. And I'm like, bet. I'll make this amazing painting. You're going to love it. If you're enjoying the story so far, please hit that like and subscribe button for me. I appreciate it so much. Fast forward a few weeks, I got it done, but it turned out so good. I shipped off to them. By the way, shipping from Canada to the US can be somewhat of a problem. And this was a big painting. It was like a 4 foot by 4 foot painting. This time it wasn't too much of a problem, but I'll let you know in just a few moments when it actually was. So I shipped it off and, I went through customs okay. And I waited for a few days and then it was almost a week. And you don't understand the feeling of like waking up one day and then checking your messages on your IG. And then the first thing you see is one of your favorite basketball players holding your painting. That was such a good moment. And it's like, I made that happen because I was persistent and there was a goal I wanted to get to, but there was a problem in the way and I figured out a way around it. Like for me, I've been in sales for such a long time. For most of my professional career, that's like a no is just, it doesn't even bother me anymore. It doesn't faze me. You have to understand that before getting the painting to him, there was 100 no's that I had to deal with before that. I was messaging other people the same thing and either I get a no or I get left on red. But it's just you keep going and going and going and somebody will say yes. And then you just take the opportunity and run with it. And then you do it again. And the better you get, the closer and closer those yeses become. Because you figure out what to do right and what not to do. And because of this, he actually got 2 more paintings from me. This one and this one. Those other 2 paintings came because I got him the first one. Sometimes the opportunities don't come to you. You have to go find it. If you have a goal you want to reach, but there's a problem in the way, either fix the problem or find another route. And if you don't know how to do either, find somebody that does. Because don't be the person that if you come across a problem and you don't know how to do anything about it, if you don't know how to fix it, you don't know how to get around it, that you just stop. If it's a goal worth achieving, then be persistent. Keep knocking on the door until it breaks down or find a creative solution around it. For me, I kind of did both. A lot of people in this world, they tell themselves no before the other person has a chance to say no. A lot of people say like, oh, I can't do it because of this, or I can't do it because of that, or I'm not talented enough, or I can't compare to this person, or this person's better than me. But it's like, but you're already saying no to yourself before you give the other person a chance to even say yes or no. And I have a good example of this. It's nothing crazy, but it works. There was this girl I was seeing. We were going to go horseback riding in Red Deer, which is in Alberta. She was going to book him, like, oh, ask for a discount. And she's like, oh, they're not going to have a discount. Why would they give a discount? It doesn't make any sense. I'm like, just ask. She's like, they're not going to do it. So I took the phone. I'm like, hey, do you guys have discounts for this day at this time? And what ended up happening was it went from $90 a person to $60 a person. So I saved us like $60 just from asking. A lot of people don't even ask. If you don't ask, you're never going to get. Nobody's just going to give you your golden ticket. You're going to have to go out and get it. The world is yours. The only thing you have to do is reach out and grab it.